Hi friends, it's Natasha. Thanks for joining me. Grab some heavy dumbbells. I'm using 15 pounds here. We are going through a very simple Tabata. So this will be minimal cueing and you just go ahead and work at your own level and speed. Here's that timer. Grab your dumbbells. We're doing step back lunges for drill 1. Keep the weights hanging by your hips and go. 10 seconds rest in between each round. It's not much time. You're going to pick up your weights and go with squats. Sit back in your imaginary chair. Weights can touch the ground or hang. Rest. 10 seconds rest, moving into lateral lunges. Pick up the weights, move side to side, framing your foot. Go. 10 seconds rest. Last leg exercise will be curtsies, moving side to side again. Pick up your weights and go. After this round, we'll go back to the top with the lunges, squats, lateral lunges, and curtsies one more time. Ten seconds rest, back to lunges. First Tabata is for legs, then we'll move on to upper body and abdominals. You're on the clock. If you'd like to change up the lunge to a hinging lunge or 90-90 with the shoulders over the hips, you can alternate, do some of each, or whichever lunge you want to do. Ten seconds, then we'll go into squats. 3, 2, 1. Go. Sit back in your chair. Heart and gaze forward, hips back. Quick rest, lateral lunges. Start in a wide stance and go. Shifting your hips side to side, bending into one knee while the other stays long. Hinging forward, keeping the core engaged. Ten seconds rest. Last leg exercise, curtsy down the mat. Go. Think of stepping back at a 45-degree diagonal. Perfect. That was your first Tabata. Take a little time to recover, drink some water, walk around, stretch, or maybe you want to throw in some jacks or jump rope. All right, our second Tabata is upper body strength. Go ahead and pick up those weights. We're starting with a clean and press, essentially racking the weight and push pressing. Go, rack and press. You can use a little bit of momentum if you're using heavier weights, if you need that little jump from the hips, or just use your strength to curl and press. Great. Exercise 2, come on down. We're going to do push-ups with an optional spinal balance, lifting your hand and your opposite leg. Go. 1 push-up, 1 spinal balance. If it's too hard to lift your leg and arm at the same time, maybe just lift your leg on one set and your arm on another set, and not both at the same time. You could also just do push-ups on the knees or off. Lots of options here. Rest 10 seconds, quickly flip yourself around, laying on your back for a chest press. 3, 2, elbows wide, weights go up and wide. Elbows out 90-degree goalposts, and you can tap those weights at the top over the chest. Exhale on exertion and grounding down into the back. Ten seconds, come up to kneeling. You probably just want one weight on these tricep dips. If you're not comfortable on the knees, you can do it standing. Otherwise, kneeling tri dips. Press and bend. Elbows stay high, close to the ears. Straighten and bend. Perfect. Back on your feet, repeating the same 4 exercises. Clean and press. Go. 10 seconds, come down into push-up position. 1 push-up, 1 spinal balance. On or off the knees. On or off the weights as well. You could just do it on the hands. Go. 10 seconds to flip over for the chest press on the back. 3, 2, 1. Go. Great work. Last arm exercise. Come onto your knees, single dumbbell, pressing your triceps on your knees. Go. Exhale on exertion. Again, you can do a little tuck of the tailbone, engaging of the core with each exhale. That was your second Tabata. Finishing up with a core burner. Take your rest. Anything you want to do here, about a minute off the clock. All right, go ahead and come down to a seat. We'll use one dumbbell on this one, unless you want to use both. It's just going to be a sit-up push press. Tuck the chin and roll off the mat. Go, and then drive those arms overhead. Roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale as you lift off. 10 seconds rest. Stay in this position. Come onto your back. Hold the weight overhead. It's going to anchor you down for a reverse curl. Roll up and over, and then slowly down, legs drop. Up and over the head. The slower you go, the harder it's going to be, so take your time. Ground into that low back as you drop the legs towards the floor. 10 seconds to get up. Flip yourself over into plank. No weight on this one. It's a simple plank tuck, but I want you to tuck nice and tight and high above the ground. Go. Really intentionally pull the knee into your chest. Push the shoulders down. Spread your fingers. Grip into each finger and just think about the core and the hip flexor pulling the knee in and up. Exhale each one. 10 seconds, come on to your seat again. We're going to Russian twist for 8, followed by 4 tucking jackknives. Lift your legs and go. Twist it out. Bringing your hands towards your opposite hip for 8. And then extend and tuck 4, 3, 2 into the low back and 1. Repeat that sequence. Should get another round in. Russian twists into those little jackknife tucks. You could pike up if you want it to be a little harder as well. Great job. Repeating. Grab your single dumbbell. Roll up push press. Hold it in both hands. Tuck your chin and go. Drive up. Use the lats and shoulders. Exhale to rise. Tuck and roll back. Bring the weight over your head, 10 seconds rest. It's that roll over to leg drop. Lift, go up and over the head. Maybe you tap the floor if it doesn't bother the neck. Ten seconds, flip over for plank tucks. This time, just for fun, maybe you try this on the forearms. Totally optional, forearm or plank tuck. A little less space to work with on the forearms, but it is easier on the wrists. Deeper compression to fit that knee into the chest. You got this. Exhale each one. Great work. Flip back around, Russian twist, jackknife tucks or pikes. And go. You can count 8 twists and then 4 tucks. Awesome job. You did it. I guarantee if you were using heavy weights, you're going to feel this one tomorrow. It's short and sweet, but simple and effective. Let's do a little cool down stretch together. Come into tabletop, set yourself up on all fours, and move through some cat-cow, rounding and arching the spine. Exhale, round, push the mat forward. Inhale, lift, pull the mat back. Rock your hips, shoulders, shake out anything you need to. Sit back in extended child's pose. Roll forward and then send your hips and heart through to cobra. Press back. Round forward, unfurl the hips, push the shoulders down, bend the elbows. Send it back. Do it again. Round it forward, hips through. Cobra and back. Last one, take it forward, cobra, push the shoulders down, pry that heart forward, and back. This time, thread the needle, left arm is gonna thread across, and your right arm can lift and maybe wrap behind the back body for a breath. Hips are over the knees. Come out and do the other side. Send the right arm under. Left arm lifts and maybe wraps behind the back body. You're on the side of the ear and head, taking a big breath in and out. Come on out of that. Stretch both arms forward and lower your chest into puppy pose, stretching through the shoulders. the chest and the belly. Walk your hands back to press out of it. Tuck your right toes under and then send it back for a diagonal camel stretch. Gentle back bend, and you can go back and forth from side to side a few times. If you tuck your toes under, your heel will be a little higher and more accessible to reach, or you could just go straight back and forward into camel to child's pose. So heart lifts and then folds. Inhale, elbows wide, heart to sky. Exhale, tuck and release. Make your way into Malasana. You can jump up onto the feet. Use your elbows to pry the knees apart. Lengthen the spine, and we'll do some thoracic twists here. One hand behind head as you rotate your elbow to the sky, moving back and forth and just kind of exploring, maybe coming up onto toes, heels, rocking, swaying. Any neck circling might feel good right here, dropping your ear side to side, head heavy. Lift up through the hips, find a hanging forward fold, and again explore swaying, rocking, shaking out through the head. Deep breath in, big sigh out. Make your way all the way up, and let's take a couple deep breaths. Reach your arms up overhead and exhale, hands to heart center. Big breath in, hands up, maybe a bow, flushing out through the spine a few times, and then be sure to let me know how it went. I was sore for a couple days after this one, so hopefully you'll feel it and feel great.